Nurse Sue here and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make no-bake energy bites. I love these. I used to have them all the time when the boys were home because it was a really great snack for them to grab. I always felt like it was something healthier though, instead of having the chips or pretzels or those kinds of things that they were eating. I also really like these because you can store them for a week in the refrigerator or up to 3 months in the freezer. And that's what I like to do, is make a couple batches at a time and then make them into the little tiny balls and then put them in the freezer. And then you can just pluck a few of them out as you want them. So the first thing I'm going to start with is a cup of oatmeal. I'm just going to use the old-fashioned oats and put that in there. And then I have 2/3 cup of toasted shredded coconut. And you don't have to toast it, but I toasted it because it does bring out the natural sweetness and the flavors in the coconut. So it just gives the whole dish more flavor. So I've got that in here. And the other beauty about this recipe is you can change it up any way you want to. If you don't like coconut, leave the coconut out. It's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. I've made it without coconut too sometimes, okay? So to toast the coconut, super easy. I just put it right into my little saute pan and I put it on the stove and just literally let it cook. Keep stirring it though, because you do have to watch it. It'll burn kind of quickly. So keep just stirring it until it turns kind of a nice little brown. And then I've got my toasted coconut. The next thing I'm going to add is a 1/2 cup of creamy peanut butter. Now you can use whatever kind of peanut butter you want to, or I should say butter that you want to, because maybe you want to use the cashew butter or almond butter. You can certainly do that. If you're allergic to the nut butters, I believe you can have the sunflower butter. You can use that as well. So you don't have to be committed to using just the creamy peanut butter. You can use, obviously, the natural peanut butter will give you, it's better for you, obviously, than the processed kinds that you buy in the store. But hey, if the processed ones are what you have, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm down with some good old generic Walmart peanut butter too, okay? So I'm going to just start to mix these up. They don't mix up very well together so far. The next thing I'm going to add is some ground flaxseed. I'm going to put about a 1/2 cup of flaxseed in here because I want more protein in it. So putting that flaxseed in there is going to give me just a little bit more protein in there as well, because it is really high in protein. So I'm just going to mix that all in. I'm just kind of working my way. Now, if you want to make this appealing, maybe you've got little ones at home, you want to make it appealing to them. Maybe the significant other, you've got to make it appealing to them, mini chocolate chips. So you've got those mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. Just going to put about a 1/2 cup of those in there. So I'm going to mix that in. And then I'm going to put in 1/3 cup of honey, and obviously local honey. If you have allergies, you want to use local honey if you can. That'll help with your seasonal allergies. But if not, you know what? Whatever they have in the store works just fine. So any kind of honey, you can use agave. If you don't want the honey, that's fine too. And then the last thing I'm going to put in here for my batch here is going to be a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to pour that in there. And all I'm going to do is mix all of this up, okay? And then what I'll do is, after I have it mixed up in the bowl here, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, just depends. And then when it comes out in an hour or two, I'm going to take my little scoop and I'm just going to scoop out little balls. And all you're going to do is roll little balls. Put the little balls on a tray, put them in the freezer, let them freeze, pop them off the tray, and then put them in a Ziploc bag so they don't all stick together. Very easy to do. You can change this up, like I said, any way you want to. You can put chia seeds. You can leave out the flax seed. You've got the coconut or not. Mini chocolate chips, or you can do mini M&Ms. Sometimes I throw protein powder in. If I want to get more protein, I'll throw extra protein powder in there. Keep in mind now, if I throw protein powder in with this, it's going to be drier, so I might have to add more peanut butter or a little more honey or something so that I get the right consistency. But just kind of play around with it. If you mix this up and you put it in the refrigerator for an hour or so and you're going, man, that's really super sticky, you can then throw in some extra powder, the protein powder or the oatmeal or something, just to give it a thicker consistency. If it comes out of there and it seems too dry to you, throw a little more honey and peanut butter in it. Just make it your own, get creative and have fun, but it's a really good snack. Again, it's got the protein in it, which is going to give you the energy. You don't have a lot of sugars besides the sweetness from your honey, and of course I cheated with mini chocolate chips. Hey, I'm human, you guys, okay? But give it a try. Let me know how you feel about them. And thank you for stopping by my kitchen today.